Cassie, I'm so glad that we happened to be here at the week that you were having the party.
Baruch Hashem, it turned out that we came the same week Mayor decided to make a party. It's worked out so b'sher. Imagine that we're here. We're supposed to be here. It's amazing.
David Gerstenblick came outside this morning. He looked around at me and said, I don't understand. Why are we celebrating Zaidi's birthday? He got old.
We'll see them when we get home.
Mommy runs. She see the video. Good.
Videotaping me while I'm chewing my food.
And panning out. And me.
This is a problem.
To wish a two-part bracha to Yedidi Reb Moshe and to Miriam and to all the children. The brachas I've chosen very specifically. I don't usually put this much thought into I'm not at a 70th birthday party all that often, but I usually don't put this much thought into it, so listen well. Number one, I once said over a Maisa about 5 years ago how the mayor of Pittsburgh, Maisa Shahaya Kachaya, the mayor of Pittsburgh and his wife were walking down the street in Pittsburgh. They were actually an Irish couple. This was in the early 90s. And there was a lot of construction going on the road. And they went by one of the sewer holes, and out from the sewer hole popped up like a big grubba, sewer worker, filthy with the work. And he saw the mayor's wife, an Irish couple, he saw the mayor's wife, and he stops her, he says, Kathy. And the two of them schmoozed for close to half an hour. The mayor's wife with the grubba sewer worker, whatever you work with down there. And the half hour ended and they resumed the walk. You keep the mayor waiting half an hour. The mayor said to his wife, Kathy, and who pray tell was that? So she said, I went to college with him about 35 years ago. We were very close. We've stayed in touch, and now we were getting caught up on college life and the last 35 years of our life. So the mayor turns to his wife and says, Kathy, do you realize if you would have married that guy, you'd be the wife of a sewer worker? She says, what are you talking about? If I would have married that guy, he'd be the mayor of Pittsburgh. My first bracha to Reb Moshe is, I asked Mayor this morning, I said to Mayor, it's your father's 70th, he should live and be well. Can I speak about your mother also? And then before he even answered, I said, you know what? I'm going to take care of it. I'm in the business, I know what to do. Reb Moshe is a wonderful human being. He makes you feel good. He still says jokes like he'd be 35. He just makes you feel good. But I can't tell you whether or not he's the mayor of Pittsburgh, but I can tell you that what he is and who he is because of Miriam Rosenberg. And she deserves. I was Zoyt and Shari Tefillah that I had her as our secretary, I can't explain it. I almost felt like anybody who walked in, I would say, like, doesn't she come across as everyone's bubby? When you just picture that person, that, you know, that Yiddish bubby, you just think of Mrs. Rosenberg. So I can tell you that while it's very special that you turned 70, Mayor of Pittsburgh ahin, Mayor of Pittsburgh aher, I could tell you that a large chelik of the celebration, the fact that we came now to Barimzach and take pride in who you are, is because of Mrs. Rosenberg, and it's something that is unique beyond words. The Rebbeinu Shalom should give the two of you the koyach to keep being there for each other. Somehow you keep each other very, very youthful. You've taught that to our community. You really do keep each other very youthful. Koyach and brach I hope that you have for at least another 100 gesunte years. The second bracha is directed to a little bit of a different part of the family, and that's really the ones that are sitting half in the sun, half in the shade. Right? The New Yorkers, nuts what they are, they're interested in sitting in the shade, in the sun, excuse me. But it's my bracha to them. I know sometimes you hear Divrei Torah from me, and I'll preface it by saying, is that not like, a grand slam of an unparalleled caliber? This is one you could put in the bank and get interest like you never saw. When Yaakov saw his children, Ephraim and Menashe, he grabs Yosef and says, and we have a Baldiktuk here, he grabs Yosef and says, Rei panecha lo pilalti. I never thought that I'd see you. I lived to see my son. Ooh, I've done good. But v'hine hera oisi elikin gam ezarecha, that I'm also able to see my eneklach. I never dared to dream. I never dared to dream that I would, with everything I went through. You know what Yaakov's life was like. This is the way people talk after the concentration camp. I know from Mimi's grandparents, the way my wife's grandparents talk, that now Baruch Hashem they're able to see Dairas Yisharim Umevarachim after going through. Yaakov Avinu went through such a life. He grabs Yosef and he says, I never thought I'd see you and my Eneklach. The Jibbodayan once said, why did he say, pointing to his Eneklach, Hine, behold, Hera Oisi. It should say, behold, Hera Li. I am being shown my grandchildren. Why does he say, V'hine and behold, Hera Oisi? Why doesn't he say, behold, Hera Li? It's being shown to me. So the Jiva says that's not what he means. He looked at his Eneklach and he said, I never thought I'd live to see the day that Hera Oisi Gam Ezarecha. I see me in my grandchildren. To see my grandchildren is nice, but to see a continuity and a hamshach of who I am in my Eneklach, I never thought that they would come. The fact that I'm being shown my grandchildren is nice. Get on a JetBlue ticket, $79, chick chock, you're in and out. And maybe it's not so easy, I'm not minimizing it. But the big bracha of Yaakov Avinu was Hera Oisi. I look at my children, I look at my Eneklach, and I see me. And if I see a continuity of who I am and what I believe in, then I've done okay. So I really congratulate that table. I told Mayor a little while ago, get a camera. You have 5 siblings, you have the spouses, you have some Eneklach, you have grandparents. Baruch Hashem, it's clear to me that as delicious as the Suda was, what was a lot more delicious and a lot more stunning and spectacular is looking at a table and being able to say, Hine hera oisi elikim gam ezarecha. That I look at children and spouses and Eneklach and I'm able to see, I see a little bit of Rav Moshe in you, I see a little bit of Miriam in you, I see a hamshacha of the Dairais. It should be a little HaKadosh Baruch Hu. You should come together for many, many Gesundte birthdays, 75, 80, 100, 120. But to the table that's half in the shade and half in the sun, I say, it's your achrayas to take the ball and run with it. Hine hera oisi. We see a shtickle of the parents and grandparents in you. Make sure you take that and you run with it, because if you do, if there's more of Moshe and Miriam Rosenberg and Klal Yisrael, will simply be a better nation. Mazel tov. Mazel tov.
Let's go to the left.
Mrs. Mayor of Pittsburgh, how you doing? How you doing?
It was my honor being your secretary, let me tell you.
Well,
Yeah, you know that.
I just want to say one thing.
That's true, that's true.
I never wanted to become the mayor of Pittsburgh, but I always wanted to be William's husband.
I thought you wanted to say it too. You're welcome. You're very welcome. You're very, very welcome. Keep it up. Everybody see.
Thank you.
We're in the shade. Yes, I got a book. I have to read it.
Yeah, tons of pages.
I was expecting like to have a dish of candy, you know, on the desk.
Oh, is that, you guys something?
No. I'm saying in our office.
That's Bela, that's Papa. That looks just like Malky.
Go in front of me. Go in front of you.
Tritel. I think they actually put it in the wrong one. I think they put the Tritel wedding first. It was Svinger.
And he heard that the B'nai Yisrael kind of made the idol. I think people know what it is, right? Anyhow, so he didn't say nothing about it. Hashem made an idol. Yeah, very nice. And he came down. When he came down, he got shocked. He said, "What happened?" And he dropped the logo, right? So first of all, we see one thing, that even though I know something about this surprise, this comes going to take me to the restaurant, and they're not going to take the milk, the flash, I don't know. I know
Pizza
something.
crust.
But when I saw what happened, I went like this, just like Moshe Rabbeinu. What happened to Moshe Rabbeinu after he dropped the tablets? No more toilet. So I'm not going to tell you any toilets because it just got broken. But there is a Mama Chazal that says, as a maftim, anifte mechabayroi, anifte inventor devar haloche. Somebody goes away from a friend, they should not separate except with devar haloche. Devar haloche, according to me, because I said devar haloche means when you go away from somebody, talk to them why you went away. Haloche means to go. So that's what it means. So if you want to say something, get straight to the point. So over here, Kenai Nahara, I see all you people. When somebody comes 70 years old, who am I? And know that I'm looking around over here and I saw the pictures, I came to a very funny conclusion. You are part of me, everything, the friends, the mishpoche, the children, the grandchildren, that's who I am, all of you, right? No, I think the children make this get together, it's a surprise. So I was looking at them and I figured out that Moshe, he's the Talmud Chacham of David. How you call it, my daughter Malki, she's called a nice lady, right?
I want to change.
Marty is considered a big Baal Chesed. Gitti is a daycaster. Meir, they are looking at is the person that people look up to. Esther is the genius of the family. I always admire her knowledge. And an unbelievable machnesa soya. How do you say a woman's a machnesa? You don't say nothing, yeah? When you leave, you say thank you. And she's very happy. All right? Then, who's the next one?
Shia.
Shia
It's here.
is the artist of the family.
The artist.
Is the artist. And a very good sense of humor. Whenever nobody has nothing to say, she is there and says a few words. Nobody understands what he's saying, but everybody's laughing. Then, we have Rivki. Now, Rivki, the rabbi is here, so I don't want to tell you, but she drove a lot of rabbis nuts. She drove a lot of rabbis nuts already.
I'll call you, don't worry.
She's very sincere. Then, now we're going to the Jewish Shlomi. Shlomi, whatever happens, always lands on his foot. Whatever happens, Shlomi always comes out the winner. Now, my next daughter, I said to my wife to him so many times, it took us 4 children to make one that is responsible and mature. Right, we do the first one, right? And the greatest thing about all my children, that the younger Vini said after he said that all the Hayekot, all the Shvot, and this and that, so Chazal says, Rashi brings it down, that every single one of them like part of each other, each one had the malice of each other. So even though I specify each child what I think of them, but each one have the malice of each other. So it's like a beautiful unit. And by the 70th year, it took me a long time, but I'm really proud of all of you.
Thank you, Kiki.
Now,
Tell us the truth.
the partner in my life, Miriam. Right? The rabbi already said who you are, but I know who you are. Right? Actually, even more than that. When we first met the first date, we didn't talk a whole day. That's the honest to goodness truth. they made a shidduch, a date, whatever it is, and I didn't want to go out, and she didn't want to go out. So I made a promise I'm not going to talk to her, and I find out later on she told me that she made a promise she's not going to talk. We were lucky we went on a double date. Went on a date, we didn't say one single word to each other. The only thing I did after I took her home, can I have your phone number? Because the first date was made by blind date. I can't be sure it happens sometimes. Anyhow, but since then, we kind of straightened things out, because in all our marriage life, we never went to sleep being angry at each other and not speaking to each other, and that was her own doing. So I see the malice from my wife, from my partner, I figure I'm something special. I mean, come on, after all, she loves me, I must be something. But then when I've been through life, I find out something very basic. In all these over 40 years we married, she never ever figured out that something is wrong. So she likes me too. Anyhow, that's my life story. The rest of it is from the movie. And there's going to be a video afterwards, you know. Anyhow, welcome. Thank you, all of you that you came. And I give you the biggest present that I can give you. Shut up. Hi.
Happy roast us all in 5 minutes class. Spur of the moment.
Beat the Nazis.
That's your problem. That's your problem already.
Take a picture of this.
Read all the jokes first.
I have to give another 7 years. Anything that is good, you have to know twice.
But real corkscrew. This corkscrew. Bring a bottle. There's many so. Thanks for including us.
Thank you.
It was. I got a big chisel.
From Baba Castle.
I know, ich kann nicht vergessen. So you gained, you had an extra one.
Yeah. Let's go.
This is the sister, the crazy sister who you always used to hate, and lately you started to like her. So have a happy birthday, and I hope from here to Sam, I'll see you real soon, and we'll have a great time together. Bye! Happy birthday. I wish you all the best of your dreams, and your dear, and I wish I was to be there. But I had my time already.
See, I'm here. 26 years ago, I didn't know it would go that long, the friendship. But it continues, and I'm schnell bis Ende 20 gesinnte Juden nachher und einig mit mir.
Come on over!
Healthy and a gesunde happy birthday. And if I had a decent tone, if I had a decent voice, I would sing happy birthday to you, but I don't want to do intentions. Happy birthday. Il fait vraiment la bombe. Eh bien, bonjour monsieur, bon anniversaire, je pense. Cette année que vous serez de la côte, qui a été tellement froid et fort. Voilà, c'est le soleil. That's happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Mr. Roseman. What did you do tire here? I'm missing you Happy birthday, Maisha. From Bart Fernandez. We took him to the show. Kosh in Lamzo, the Swedish shop.
Oy oy ve ha gebura ve hat ziferes ve ha nitzach ve ha hoy